Hey, this is Taylor here at Truck World RVA. Today we're going to take some time and look at this 2016 Ford F550. It's a 6.7 power stroke, 4-wheel drive, automatic transmission. A little under 127,000 total miles on the truck. Has an 11-foot IMT Dominator service body. This bed has the tall style compartments on both the driver and the passenger side, so torch height compartments on both front sides. All of the hydraulics are run off a Miller EnPak Kubota powered auxiliary power unit. Runs all the bed hydraulics. It is also a generator and an air compressor. It does not have the welder function like some of them have. Plenty of work lights on the rear, the sides, and inside of the compartments. Factory paint is still intact on this bed. This is not a bed that we have sandblasted and repainted. It does show some minor rock chipping here and there. New bed liner applied to the bin fronts to account for any further rock chips there. I don't know why they don't just do this from the factory, but it's a nice thing just to have bed liner on the front of the bins so that you don't catch any rock chips as you're going down the road. Now the goal of these videos is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. So the first half of the video is a cosmetic overview. We're going to go through the exterior of the truck. I'm going to point out any cosmetic imperfections I find. Nice and dry on the undercarriage, no rust really to speak of. Frame rails are nice and dry. Bed floor as well. This was a one-owner truck and it did come to us from the southeast, so really no rust to speak of. Bin floors also nice and solid, so no rust anywhere in the chassis, cab, or the body of the truck. Now the second half of the video is when I'll go through and run all the equipment on it. So we'll do a cold start, a drive, we'll take a look at the engine, run the EnPak, and then run the crane and the compressor. If you do have any questions or need any additional photos, videos, or information, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. The goal of these videos is basically just to be as transparent and thorough as possible on the condition of the truck and all the equipment. So if you need any more information after watching, just let me know. I'm happy to send over anything that might be helpful to you. 2 sets of keys and a bunch of keys for the bins as well as for the padlock on the master slide on the rear of the body. A little bit of wear here. You have a tear in the back driver's seat bottom is clean, vinyl seats, rubber floors, 4-wheel drive on the floor, roll-up windows, manual locks. This is a base model work truck. It does have the Go swivel light on the top. There's your controller for it. It's a spotlight that can swivel around. Your EnPak power is right there off aux 1. This is an aftermarket rear cam, and it does have a rear view camera built into that rear view mirror. Interior is nice and clean. No staining really to speak of on the headliner. And again, other than that small rip in the driver's seat, pretty free of any wear and tear. You do have just some chips along the edge of the door, pretty common area there. Otherwise, the driver door is pretty clean. Another rock chip here and a rock chip here on the driver door. New tires all the way around. They're Falcons, matching steer and drive tires. We did a lot of service work to the truck. If you'd like copies of all the repairs just completed, I can send those over to you, both parts and labor receipts. Again, just call or text 804-716-8487 and I can send over copies of all the repairs just performed. It looks like we need to clip that trim piece back on. You have a little scratch on the bottom of that trim piece. No rock chips really to speak of along the front clip. The hood is clean. Both fenders are in good shape as well. No oil leaks present. We did fix a bunch of common 6-7 oil leaks when the truck came in. Upper oil pan and some others as well. Again, that full write-up is on my website, anywhere you see the truck listed, but I can send you over copies of all the work just performed. Just a little old logo here stuck on the door. There's a little bit of ghosting and a couple small scratches in the paint. I don't know if you can really see it. It's pretty hard to tell in this light, but it is there. Master slide locks on the compartment, so you can slide those over and put a padlock through it and lock all your compartments at once. Now all the doors close, latch, lock, and seal as they should. We have the bin keys, and all these latches are keyed the same, so the same key will operate all these service body latches. Again, there's lighting throughout all the compartments. This first compartment is your torch compartment, so you have your bottle racks and strap on the front side of it. This is just a like a bracket to go on top for a water cooler. You can have it if you like, or we can toss it. This is a step that goes in the tow hitch receiver there. Again, you can either keep it or we can toss it. 2 sets of shelves here, and then 4 sets of shelves over on this side. Some extra dividers as well for the shelves. Now you have the interior tabs here, so you can move these shelves up and down, relocate them as you like, add more shelves if you want. You have a scratch here that's been touched up, and then an area here that's had a little bit of touch up put in it, just a scratch along that wheel well compartment. A little bit of paint wear on the lip of this door. This is the one set of drawers the truck has. It has tons of shelving throughout, but only this one set of drawers. It's a 3-high IMT drawer set. All the drawers slide nicely, operate as they should. Crane compartment back here. You have some more wear on the rear of that compartment. And it looks like previously some touch-up paint has been put on that taillight housing. It does not look factory, but it shows fine. Just something worth pointing out there. So it's a 7,500 total capacity crane, 22-foot 2-stage hydraulic reach. You have your emergency tether there for the remote. Your body panel here. This just needs to be re-secured up in here. I don't know why this is loose. It just bolts in there, so we'll re-secure that. I'll get the EnPak hours too. When we go to run the EnPak, I'll re-secure that in there. I don't know what's going on with that. Brand new factory wireless remote. We just installed that remote. So the remote does turn the EnPak on and off, turn the compressor on and off. Obviously it's wireless. New bed liner just applied to the rear workbench bumper. You have a pass-through bin right here. Bumper has been pushed in. You can see where somebody ran into something with this step. It didn't really damage the step, but it did push in this box just a little bit, so this door does not sit perfectly square, but it does close, latch, lock, and seal. Hydraulic outriggers. Some bed liner deterioration inside the bed. You can just see where the bed liner is kind of ugly and peeled up there. E-track along both sides, and then factory tie-down rings in the middle of the bed. Tons of storage space inside this bed. You don't have the hydraulic tank in the front because that's all mounted up here with the EnPak unit. Master slide locks on the back for the lower compartments. Again, you can slide this to the side, put a padlock through it, lock all your lower compartments, and the slide lock on the front is an extra lock for the tall compartments. A couple more rock chips along the back tail light housing there. Driver rear compartment, 3 sets of shelves inside of it. One little rock chip here. Open compartment here on the driver's side. No shelf inside of here. This would be a great compartment to install bolt bins in. There's your hydraulic tank for the reservoir, or hydraulic reservoir for the EnPak, sorry. And then a couple more little chips here, some staining here that we weren't able to get out on the bed, and then a scratch right here that's been touched up. Again, this stuff cosmetically is really not a big issue. When you step back, you do not really see it, but I like to point out everything that you might see, so you know exactly what you're getting ahead of time. More shelves inside of here. It'd be really nice if there was a full set of drawers in this one tall compartment over here, but depending on your tool organization needs, it does have a lot of storage. It's set up pretty decently, just depending on what you're looking to do there. A bunch of shelves on the left and the right hand side. Here's a shot of the bed tag. Bed is dated the same year as the truck. Most likely always been together. That about wraps up the cosmetic portion of this demo video. Again, if you have any questions or need any additional photos, videos, or information, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. 126, 487 on the miles. AC is nice and cold. Again, you have your rear view camera up here. Pretty nice, large rear view camera. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, this truck has been fully serviced. It's 100% turnkey, ready to go to work. Anything we find that needs addressed, we take care of. We use all OEM parts when reconditioning our vehicles. I can send you receipts for everything we've just done. Riding on 6 new Falcon tires, new cab mounts. Brakes feel great. Shifts through the gears nicely. Got all the way up to 6th gear there, pretty quick. Plenty of power. Just a really nice driving truck all the way around. I'll back it in here. We'll take a look at the engine, then we'll run all the equipment on it. So you have your front strobes and your corner strobes. There's also strobes on the corner of the truck body itself. You have your top mounted go light. Again, that's on a joystick inside the cab. It's an LED spotlight. Does not go 360, just spins a little to the left, a little to the right. It does have up and down function all the way. A corner mounted LED floodlight, 2 LED boom tip lights. Again, all the compartments also have interior LED strip lighting throughout. Side strobes. Rear strobes, 4 LED rear work lights. Now all the lighting's controlled off that IMT control panel inside of the crane compartment that controls your side lights, interior compartment lights, and the strobes are off an upfitter switch inside of the cab. And one more side mount work light. So tons of lighting all the way around on this truck, really well equipped from a lighting perspective. Now the truck is off, the key switch is in the on position, sending power back to the EnPak panel here. $21.05 total hours on the EnPak, 18 hours on the compressor. Hit it again, it'll cycle the go plugs, and then this will start. Again, all your bed lighting is controlled off this panel right here. Outriggers as well. Now the EnPak's cold. A lot of your hydraulic functions will be a little bit quicker once the fluid warms up inside of there. Specifically the outriggers, they're pretty slow when the EnPak's cold, but I just started it. Once again, the cranes run off a factory remote. It's brand new, fully proportional, so speed is controlled off the trigger. The EnPak will idle up on demand, so when you select a function and run the crane, the EnPak will idle up. Excellent speed control on this crane. You can really feather the speed of the functions off that trigger. Again, new remote certainly helps. Throw it up in the air, unshackle the pulley block. 7,500 pound total lifting capacity, 2-stage hydraulic reach out to 22 feet. Any 2-block works as it should. Locks me out from going any further. That's full extension. Inner boom is nice and clean down both sides. Again, you have your boom tip lighting on the edge of the crane. Plenty of thickness on the wear pads. Tiny bit of side-to-side slop. in the rotation bearing. And the sheet metal on the EnPak is a little worn as well. To run the compressor portion of the EnPak, just select air on. Compressor power's on. Air regulator and dryer down here. Looks like it's built to about 100. That is adjustable, so we can adjust kind of where that cuts off, but currently it's set to build to 100. Release the air, it'll keep building back up. And then you can shut the EnPak off as well from the remote. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. Once again, this is a 2016 Ford F550, little under 128,000 miles, 6.7 diesel, 4-wheel drive, 11-foot IMT service body, 7500 22 series crane, EnPak, all-in-one hydraulic unit, compressor, generator, and hydraulic unit. If you have any questions, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video.